Yeah, I have the future on the line and it wants to chat with you about tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. Hi, I'm Camille, otherwise known as Cosmic Cannibal. I am your go-to astrologer for making astrology accessible. And today I'm talking about the upcoming Aquarius New Moon. On January 31st at 10:46 p.m., we have our first new moon of 2025. And this one, obviously, is taking place in future-focused air sign Aquarius. But unlike other new moons, which sometimes bring about new opportunities for today, the 2025 Aquarius new moon is urging you to plant seeds for tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that and the day after that. You get the idea, right? If you're like me and you spent much of January catching up on work and forgetting to set your New Year's goals, then this new moon is for you. And even if you did set your goals for the year, which, if you did, can you please tell me how you found time to do that? This means this new moon is also for you because it's actually one of the luckiest new moons of the year. And that's all thanks to some auspicious astrology happening alongside this new moon. And I do want to say, before we get into this, I am not living in a vacuum. I am aware of the political climate that we currently live in. And that's why I still feel excited about this new moon, because I think that this new moon, apart from all the astrology that I'm going to talk about, this is a really powerful new moon for us as the collective, for people, individuals within the collective, to say, I want change. I want society to look different. I want our systems to look different. And I want to actually have a future where I feel safe and I feel like I can really shine, but also where everybody next to me can feel the same thing. Because that's what future-oriented Aquarius is really about, right? Aquarius is the water bearer. Aquarius pours ideas into the collective so that they can better humanity. Aquarius is a bit of the Prometheus archetype, where it's like, hey, fire should be accessible to all of us, and we should all have access to the plethora of goodness that we can access on this new moon. And I hope that you keep that in mind as we go through this forecast. But that said, let's look at the 5 things you need to know about the 2025 Aquarius new moon. So number 1 is actually the new moon itself. As I've been saying, Aquarius is all about the future, hopes for the future, visions for the future, wishes for your future. It is about the Aquarius part of your chart specifically is about how you want to join together with people, how you want to be involved with the collective for the future, where your future aspirations lie, and what you want to do with your fellow brothers and sisters, right? Aquarius is a very altruistic sign. But the fixed air sign is also a lover of logic, of systems, and new ideas. So if ever there was a day to get progressive about your future, to get inventive about your goals, or even innovative about how to achieve them, it's January 29th. And that's because new moons, traditionally in astrology, symbolize restarts, they're refreshes, they're new beginnings. It's when the new lunar cycle begins, and new moons take place when the sun and moon align in the same sign and the same degree. For this Aquarius new moon, it is happening at 9 degrees, and it's a really lovely new moon for, again, a fresh start for the collective future, right? We're going through some interesting, potentially tough, maybe even we could say traumatic times. We want to look at this new moon as an opportunity for us to start over, to kind of look at the things that we want to say everybody has access to, and we want to say everybody is free, everyone feels like a safe, secure, liberated individual. And how do we do that? How do we make a world and a system that supports that? This is also a really good new moon for collective vision, for collaboration, for, brainstorming with the people who share your ideals and share your ideas and coming up with new ideas. So there's really an opportunity with this particular new moon in Aquarius to bring your ideal future to life. There's also a chance to plant some long-term seeds for big, major, long-term growth that happens over time. So the number 2 thing you need to know about this new moon is that it's actually trining Jupiter retrograde in Gemini. So Jupiter retrograde, the trine is an aspect that just is easeful. It means that the new moon and Jupiter are kind of like, hey, I know how to speak your language. I know how to do these things together. The trine is actually a Jupiter aspect, so it brings a bit of sort of buoyancy and support, but more easygoing, free-flowing, like goodness. Jupiter touching this new moon in this way makes it an auspicious, optimistic, even lucky day for your goals. New moons are great days to set new goals. Sometimes we call them intentions. Sometimes we call them goals. For me, I like to call them goals because I'm a bit of a type A person. So I always approach new moons as being like, what are these goals that I want to set? And with Jupiter aligning with this new moon, it is bringing a level of expansion. It's bringing opportunities for really profound connection, good fortune. And the planet of plenty, which is what Jupiter is, it's the planet of abundance and opportunity and optimism. It just really brings an extra emphasis on growth, expansion, and new opportunities. It's an aspect that brings a big, major confidence boost and encourages a really positive outlook on your goals. So this is a time to have a lot of confidence in the goals that you set and a lot of optimism for the future, even though things might feel or seem somewhat bleak right now. This is a new moon where you want to have optimism and you want to be really aspirational, not inspirational. I'm talking about what are your aspirations? What are the things that you want to do and see and live in the next years? Because Jupiter expands whatever it touches. And with this trine to the new moon, there's an abundance of ideas and really confidence and opportunities waiting to be explored. With this aspect, you can expect heightened mental agility and inspiration, optimism and luck in future planning, a feeling of like right place, right time. So this is a new moon where you might notice as you're writing down your goals or you're setting your intentions that you're like, yeah, this feels right. This is the thing that really feels like it aligns with what I want to do and what I want to grow. New moons are really good times to plant seeds. So it's like, what are you planting a seed for that you want to really see blossom? Because Jupiter's here, it's allowing you to put some mental miracle grow on this seed, on this intention, and on this goal. One last thing I want to say about Jupiter and Gemini being in contact, beautiful, lovely, trine contact with this new moon, is that the power of connection cannot be overlooked with this new moon. Again, this is a great new moon that if you need help, ask for it. If you know someone who can get you in contact with this person, or you think so-and-so knew this, or you're looking for a book review, or you're looking for someone to assist you and you need their words, you need their guidance, you need their confidence, reach out and connect with them. Because Jupiter here tells us that there is definitely an element of friendliness and luck, that when you do write down your goals or you do ask for what it is that you want, maybe that's just from the universe or from people, you're going to double your chances of getting it, because Jupiter here is like, oh yeah, we can make that happen. We can grow that thing. It also could bring networking opportunities that potentially open doors, because both Aquarius and Gemini are social driven signs. So these are signs that want us to connect with other people. They want us to communicate. They want us to have an idea exchange. So if you are like in the mood for a new career, a new job, you are wanting to get the word out on something, you're building a project that you need a lot of hands on deck and you're going to need a lot of future support, this is the new moon to be like, okay, I'm applying for that job, or I'm putting that job posting out there, or I'm putting that thing out there that's going to allow me to connect with these people so that we can collaborate on this thing in the future. Now, the third thing I want you to know about this new moon in Aquarius is that it's actually loosely conjoining Mercury and Pluto in Aquarius. So technically these are numbers 3 and 4. So number 3 is that Mercury and Pluto make a conjunction on January 29th. And this is very, again, airy, intellectual, deep thinking, social energy. So you can expect some deep transformative conversations with yourself or with others. If you're more of a loner type and you like to set your goals by yourself, this is a really good new moon to be thinking deeply, thinking maybe a little profoundly. We don't want to be on a soapbox, but we want to think about, what do I really want? So Mercury, which is the planet of communication, it's meeting Pluto, the planet of power and transformation. So it's helping you uncover hidden truths, make maybe even a powerful declaration about your aspirations, about your future, about your sort of ideal wants. And right now, with that conjunction, your ideas and your words hold weight. So you want to be really mindful of how you articulate your goals. Be very intentional with the words that you use on this new moon, with the things that you say you're going to commit to, with the goals that you set, with the way that you phrase your goals, with the way that you put your message out there, or how you write your resume, or how you put that job posting. Be precise and be articulate and be mindful, because the Mercury-Pluto conjunction, it really enhances focus and it helps you cut through distractions and zero in on what really matters for this seed you're planting and for this goal you're setting. The fourth thing, I already mentioned it, but Mercury and Pluto, they're making this conjunction, but they're also conjoining the new moon in a loose conjunction. So this adds an extra layer of intentionality, intensity, and also thoughtfulness. It might even bring a transformative edge to your goals. So with Mercury and Pluto loosely conjoining the new moon, your goals and ideas are really infused with depth and power and longevity. So you want to use those themes when you're thinking about the goals that you're setting. Again, I'll use that example of, like, if you're applying for a job, you want to think about your future. Like, do you see yourself in this job for the long term? Is this a job that's just for now because you need some money? Or is this a job that you're like, no, this is my career? And if so, then you want to really look at your cover letter, look at your resume, and be like, am I really articulating myself and my skills to the best of my abilities on paper so that people are receiving my message well? Jupiter's going to give you that confidence, but with the Mercury-Pluto conjunction, you really want to think about things. So Pluto, it's sort of in this loose conjunction to the new moon, so there is an undercurrent of deep long-term change. So this is a goal that you're setting, an intention you're setting, a seed you're planting to enact deep long-term change. This isn't just about setting short-term goals. It's about revolutionizing your future in ways that may not even be fully visible yet. So that might be something, maybe that something is you. Maybe that something is your career, your relationships, your personal growth. Maybe it is a project that you're working on with your friends and it's something that you're all going to collaborate on. Whatever it is, this lunation really invites you to think big and commit to long-term change. I think Pluto gives us this urge to go beyond surface level resolutions and dive into what truly drives you. Maybe that is personal growth. Maybe that is a career shift. Maybe those are relationship changes. But this new moon supports deep long-term transformations that stick. But again, it's really important that you think deeply and intentionally about your vision for your future, about the vision for our future, and how you want to expand it, but also the steps you can take to help expand it, to help, your fellow humans, to help the collective, to help your friends. Aquarius and Gemini, again, social signs, but they're air signs, so they also operate in the realm of thought and ideas. Aquarius is the sign of the visionary, of forward-thinking concepts, while Gemini excels at simplifying and communicating ideas. So you want to think of it this way, as like, with all this emphasis in this Aquarius part of your chart, it's sort of like complex calculus. It might be sort of hard to break down what it is that you want to achieve, or you have all these goals and it's sort of like, where's the system here? Aquarius also, or it always wants to find a system. While Gemini is basic arithmetic. So Jupiter in Gemini urges you to break down your grand visions into actionable steps, into everyday things, so that you're like, how can I simplify this? If this is the thing I want, what's the way that I can really make it easy to get it, right? Jupiter loves to make things easy. So, and Gemini really loves a good shortcut. So this might be a really good new moon where you find the shortcut to your long-term growth. So practical ways to work with this airy Aquarius Gemini energy is you really want to write down your goals. If you have a planner that you write them down in, you have a journal you write them down in, write them down, be intentional, be specific, be present tense. You can also script them into a letter to your future self where you're writing it out as though you are, thankful to your future self for accomplishing these things. Or you can simply speak your goals out loud. Put them on a Post-it note, put them on your calendar, put them somewhere where first you write it down, you speak them aloud, maybe you record an affirmation, because words hold power. And this new moon wants you to harness the power of words to really, really build your future. The big question of this new moon is, what future are you truly ready to build? If you want your in-depth horoscope for this new moon, head on over to my Substack, cosmiccannibal.substack.com. I've got Aquarius New Moon horoscopes for paid subscribers. It's only $5 a month. And if you're interested in working with this new moon with me, you can check out my new moon, full moon reading on my website, cosmiccannibal.com. I will break down what this new moon is doing for your chart, look at the planets it's aspecting, and help you set some seriously long-lasting goals and intentions for your future. Otherwise, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, follow, whatever the lingo is. Find me on social media at Cosmic Cannibal Camille, and goodbye for now. Happy new moon, and goodbye for now.